Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 16th episode of What About Your Story Saturdays live show. Brought to you, of course, by Lion at Heart, a leadership, personal, and spiritual growth book. I am Kai Hayes, the author of the book, and this book is written to help my readers to discover greatness, courage, and greatness within. And today's topic is about the pursuit of greatness. It is found in chapter 4 of Lion at Heart book. Today, I have invited three remarkable women, and they call themselves the Table Talkers. And I am blessed to know who's joining, to know that joining me to share their hearts with us today, hoping that we could inspire, give hope, and touch your wounded hearts today. Our Line at Heart Freedom Journey movement is established by 12 other incredible women whom I call Lioness Circle, with our mission, be the voice for the voiceless. What a great opportunity for us to come together and help serve the many who are invisible. The invisible are the poor, the orphans, the sick and the afflicted, the old and the underdog I was once before. But hush, we will do our very best to inspire the invisible to come out and hoping to tell themselves invisible no more. And that is what I achieved in past years I pursued in life. It wasn't easy, no, but now I am visible because I made that decision to be the voice for the voiceless. As you know, people, including my friends and peers, would always try to figure out why and how I achieved all the success that allowed me to accelerate my status in life. Most say I was just born hardworking. Some says I was born a go-getter. Others says I am an extrovert. And some I am a people person. And they would say I'm great in sales and I'm very charismatic. The truth is I am not any of those. I was a shy little girl, and my mother would attest to this statement. I was a very quiet girl, the baby in the family. I was an introvert. I was afraid of people, especially in a crowd. I have low self-esteem, and I didn't have a clue how to become a breadwinner of the family at a very young age of 25. I wasn't prepared for it. I just did when I knew I needed to. When I did, all I focused on was how I could do things right. I couldn't afford to fail and disappoint my parents and grandparents, so because no one is going to help them and take the responsibility. So I focused on asking myself over and over again, how can I excel? How can I bring glory to this family? How can I bring pride to my father's name? Braving the unknown, greatness comes from the desire to do extraordinary things, to try and reach beyond the status quo, to relentlessly chase your dreams. And it all starts with settling and achieving goals. And when you aim higher than what you set your mark on, you will force yourself to get better. One victory at a time, one step at a time. So never measure greatness with other people's achievements. Individuals can achieve greatness in a very special way. So be happy with your own greatness, big or little, as long as you impact people's lives, that is considered greatness. So allow me to share with you this inspiring quote on greatness. Never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of our human spirit. We are all the same in this notion. The potential for greatness lives within us, lives within each of us, from Wilma Rudolph. And you ought to believe that because our lives are filled with numerous personal crossroads, moments that we are summoned to make a decision. With careful mental preparation, we can make wise choices. New disciplines must be practiced daily with the potential of producing exciting results. So, instill in your heart and mind the things that you can do to make a positive difference in your life and other people's lives. Don't focus on what you don't have. Instead, focus your attention on the things that you could potentially have. Then, give your best to make it happen. Now, moving on to our show, allow me to introduce to you Miree Hampton, Fayee Rogers, and Jen Heperi. And it was just actually for Miree and I, it was just actually a few months since we met online. And now look, where did God lead us? He led us to our beautiful friendship. What a miracle to those who embrace a total stranger and give themselves a chance to know each other, right? Now she blessed me by introducing two of her remarkable friends and business partners who are here with us today. But first, let me tell you about Miree. Miree grew up in New Zealand, enjoying a wonderful life on a sheep and cattle farm and horses, which is a big part of her life. And because of her upbringing, she's most passionate about helping animals. Miree loves to travel. She's a lifetime learner and truth seeker gathering knowledge. She has found her true calling as an entrepreneur, sharing solutions how to live a free, happy, and healthy life. Miree is a wife, a mother of two awesome sons she is most proud of, and she loves her Miss Daisy, her dog, and her two cats. Building a thriving global business, sharing her knowledge, she loves to give back, impacting lives to make the world a better place. And next, we have here Jen Heperi, a wife, a mother-in-law, a nana, and health and wellness advocate, plus fitting in her busy time a voluntary work running a horse haven out of a 10-acre farm for miniature horses, giving them a second chance to live a healthy life. Jen, what a remarkable human being you are serving animals. I love you. And she is also involved in the textile industry for many years, which also included owning 5 retail fabric stores, simply begun from a name in her head. And just after borrowing $200 from her father, and then going on to becoming
I
an
need it.
designer and developing a mobile and retail business, offering solutions for every aspect of the home, was again another pursuit of greatness achieved. A desire to give an amazing quality and service, her business grew and taught her nothing but discipline, commitment, and just thinking outside the box. Today, Jen enjoys life as part of the LV family in between gaps of running the horse haven. Oh my goodness, such greatness indeed. So last but not the least, we've got Fayee Rogers, a mother, an animal communicator, intuitive healer, soul journeying therapist, teacher, and a visionary. Since 2006, because of word of mouth referrals, people around the world were asking her to connect with their animals and explore from their animals' perspective. And this is what started her passion to grow working as a full-time animal communicator. She also worked with people's soul divinity. Just like me, she is also involved in LV, which she considered a blessing and a gift to be a part of this amazing tribe we all represent. Woo! I am becoming emotional because I'm truly overwhelmed with the blessing that God has put into my hands right now. Not only that I worked with my talented and gifted Lioness Circle group, but I am truly blessed with my incredible guests today who honored my invitation. What remarkable human beings you are, ladies, and I'm ever grateful to call you my dear friends. So thank you. Thank you for blessing my life. Thank God that we all represent the same incredible company that is focused on changing lives and helping people, especially in this challenging economy. So let's begin with these questions, ladies. And these questions are actually for all of you, for the three of you. So let me begin. As humans, we all have dreams to pursue. And I am sure that each of you are fighting for a good cause. Was there a moment you felt inadequate at times that you retreat from pursuing your goals or dreams in life? Did you give up or did you pursue? And what was the outcome? Let's start with Miree.
Hi, Kai. I just want to thank you for having us. It's just a pleasure, an honor, and a joy. And you can see why I just love these girls so much, working with them right halfway around the world. They're amazing. Yes, inadequate, right? I probably feel that every day, but honestly, I don't give it much attention or much thought. And your question took me back, way back to high school, right? Growing up in the country, we had to go to boarding school. And let me tell you, I wasn't a big fan of it. The only thing I really liked was the sports part of it. And I could get out on the weekend to go and ride my horses and, you know, do whatever that in that regard. So my first big goal was to get out of school. So I had to negotiate with my parents. I went to them. I said, if I get a job, can I leave? I had no desire to go to college. I just wanted to get out and see the world. So they said yes. I got a job in the bank. I worked for a year. I had a part-time job also. And by the time I was 18, I had enough saved up for a one-way ticket to London and $500 in my pocket. And off I went. So that was my first big recollection of something big to achieve.
Wow, that's incredible. What a courageous human being you are, Miree. $500 and off to London.
Yeah.
Incredible, incredible. And what about you, Jen?
It's a great question. Was there a moment that you feel inadequate at times? Yeah, many times, especially in the horse rescue arena. It's a difficult place to be. And as we travel into our 9th year, I thought about this question quite hard. And I think mostly what stops me pursuing it or carrying on with it at times is probably when ego and jealousy from those that watch what we do, and for some reason their own emotions come up, and then of course I'm an intuitive person, feel all this. So at times that whole judgment, etc., has sometimes put me in a position where I've wanted to stop what I'm doing. But the heart drives. The heart is for the horses and animals. And so I just, at times when those emotions come up and I want to give up and I can't do it anymore, I just, I retreat and I regroup, and then I dig deep, and then I come out stronger, because I think at the end of the day, we have to be accountable and responsible for our journey. And in our, well, in my personal case, it's I'm here for the horses, and the work we do is changing horses' lives around the world. So yes, at times I feel inadequate. At times I'd love to give up, but I just regroup, retreat, have a rest, and come back, you know, stronger than ever.
Wow, incredible. Regroup and come back as stronger as you are. Because yes, I agree with you, Jen and Miree. There are times that really the outside element is really going to beat us down, and they will break us, you know, and they can only try. But if our spirit is strong, no one can break us. You know, that's what we have a movie called Unbroken, and it's true. We're all humans, and there are just a lot of people that will not allow us to really climb up the ladder, because they want us to also follow them, because they are very, very cynical about life, and they don't want to see other people reaching success. So it's quite difficult, and I too felt the same way as you did in a feeling retreat, but let's come out stronger, right? Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Miree. And Fayee, why don't you share your heart with us?
That's such a big question. Yes, I've all through my life I've struggled with, you know, those feelings of being inadequate. Probably because of, well, when saying this, everyone is presented with similar upbringing. My mother's telling me I'll never be good enough, and I heard that all through my life, my journey with my mother, bless her. And so, you know, I'm very stubborn, I'm very determined, so I've always found something inside myself to lift myself up. And when I do hit rock bottom, there's always something, there's always that glimmer of hope, and hope drives me forward. Yeah.
Hope. I love that word, hope. Because when people stop hoping, that's where they get defeated. Thank you for sharing that powerful word, Fayee, because everybody needs to have hope in them. And that's why we are all here right now, sharing our hearts, because sometimes people, as human beings, we tend to forget that there is hope. There is a way out, that there is an exit strategy. And somehow they just needed to hear that. from their friends, from their families, and if not, from us strangers who have felt the same way as they did. So this is an incredible, incredible sharing of our hearts. And thank you, Fayee. So another question goes to all of you. And this is, was there any special thoughts that captured your hearts or lessons learned in that chapter 4, Pursuit of Greatness? And please expound on your thoughts. Take your time. Miree, shall we start with you?
Thank you, Kai. I just loved this chapter. Honestly, I just soaked it all up. I especially loved how you wrote, we have to focus on thoughts and goodness, abundance and prosperity. That is the law of attraction, right? We three ladies have an amazing law of attraction story, all because of the animals. My mum always told me, you know, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And we have been through some storms, right? But coming out on the other side, I realized the storm wasn't happening to us, it was happening for us. So we've come out in a much better place with a clearer vision, a stronger passion to help the animals, right? And we've helped hundreds already, but we know that the universe was working for us. And because of Fayee and her amazing communication skills with the animals, right, we knew that animals were on our side too. We knew that they wanted us to win. So we're just getting started, right? We are going to build, and we're in the process, a global community. It's not just about us. We want to bring animal lovers into the fold. We have a plan. We have a way to do it. So we're just most excited, and I'm just so thankful to these ladies that we got through it and we came out the other side.
Wonderful. That is a powerful testimony, Miree, because we tend to overlook the animals, right? They too have feelings. And it's a beautiful thing to reconnect with them back again and also inspire others to do so and feel that compassion for our animals, beloved animals. And yeah, we just keep on pursuing this greatness in life. Thank you very much. And Jen?
I had to write mine down, Kai. There was a message in your chapter 4, and it said, we all need to understand that anyone, even an ordinary person, can achieve greatness. And the next part of that phrase that was written in the book is really powerful. Get rid of the things that do not add value to your life. You know, and the list was friends, family, peers, acquaintances, and thoughts. They are difficult things to exit out of your life, aren't they? And that was such an appropriate phase or message to read in your book, and I appreciate it, because sometimes for us to pursue our dreams and goals to make a difference in the world, and for us ladies, animals, we are going to upset friends and families and peers and acquaintances that we meet along the journey of making a difference in animals' lives. But we do it and we make these changes and we follow our dreams because of the animals, and someone has to be the voice for the animals, and they are great teachers. So that was the most powerful message for me in chapter 4. Thank you.
Wonderful, very remarkable. Two things that got into my thoughts is that number one, it is indeed human nature. It is hard to get rid or pass through all these elements that are not really adding value in our lives. But because we are people pleaser, you know, that's our human nature. We don't want to hurt other people's feelings, but little did we know that they are hurting our lives. They are trying to pull us down. And so we must be able to think of ourselves, because we must be focusing on our growth and not to please people who are trying to pull us down. We need to get out of that zone, because if not, then we are not going to achieve any greatness in life. And of course, focusing on the animals, that's what I said. We need to not overlook that animals are here for a great reason, you guys. We must love them and we must focus our compassion for them. And they don't have a voice. We have the voice and we can. Ooh, hang on. Sorry. Goodness. My compassion that I got from my father is kicking in, so I apologize. I'm the host. I'm not supposed to cry. Sorry. Oh, yeah. So, animals, we got to have love for animals. And thank you, ladies. Thank you. So, moving on. Whew. The next question would be, please share with our viewers in your own thoughts as to why it is important to pursue greatness by helping and reaching out to others, whether it's for humanity or for the love of animals. We can start with you, Miree.
Thank you, Kai. It really does get a little bit emotional, you know. We've got power in our hands and it's up to us to do something. And yeah, we can, honestly. You know what? I just believe we're put on this earth to make a difference. And with the opportunity that we have, shame on us if we don't step up and step out. Because if there's not a greater time than now, the world needs us, right? And this is why I so admire you, Kai, what you're doing. And this is what caught me to you, right? Being the voice for the voiceless. The world needs that. And it's the community coming together. It's not just one person. When you come together, you can do great things. And we're a perfect marriage because we're the voice for the, not only people, but the animals too, right? And I can't thank you enough for including us. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your heart. Yes, I always teach people, we all need people around us, people who raises our standard and not lower them, people who help us become the better version of ourselves. But if they do not give value in our lives, well, by all means, don't be afraid to keep distance from them. So, Fayee?
Well, it's such an honor to be here. It's just so beautiful. And anyway, I am going to quote a few words in your book. I want to be the voice of the oppressed. Those words stand out so strongly to me. And it's one little change. It's huge, it's massive. You just don't know that roll-on effect. But it's also like when people try to rob you of something or take away something or put you down, those things have a massive impact on who you are, but also on others, because it always rolls on. We're so lucky that we have our amazing animals that we live with that are here to teach us so much unconditional love, about caring, about nurturing, about honouring ourselves. And that's so important. We're so busy looking up at others, we forget to honour ourselves and recognise our own specialness and our own gifts. It always starts with ourselves. So, and so when it starts with ourselves, and that's the first step towards greatness.
Absolutely. And I can tell that this is just my own observation, that people who loves animals, people who are close to animals, are the most benevolent individuals, are the most compassionate and generous individuals. You have got such pure hearts, and I can feel that, and I receive that. It's because when people are actually focusing on this particular animals who doesn't have a voice and all they give us is love, unconditional love, as you mentioned, I feel that. And we should, as far as I'm concerned, even start with dogs. Every people must have their own pets, because that allows you to be compassionate and love and have love for the animals. Jen, I'll take this for you, Jen. your thoughts, please?
Well, my thoughts on that is we all need to be the life changers, whether it is in animals or people's lives. We have an opportunity to change someone's life. It might just be one life, but we're all gifted with that opportunity. And I feel that, you know, right now in the world, the way it is, and the insecurity, the ability for people to trust. I think, Kai, that, you know, by being involved in animals' lives, and for me, from a personal level, having walked with horses for 9 years, 24/7, we do see greatness in them and their ability to trust and love unconditionally. They live in the moment. They have no hidden agendas. They give their all to us, and that's been a great teaching from them for me on a personal level, which has overflowed into life with humans, because when you own an animal and you experience all those things, you start to understand the human to human connection or lack of connection. So animals are so precious. We do need to be their voices, and in my life it is the miniature horses. And my goodness, when you live with them and you see how they live together, and you see the respect, and you see the leadership, and you see how they communicate with no words, it's pretty amazing. So I'm with you. If every person could love an animal, own an animal, but be compassionate and give them the best life possible, that would certainly make for a better world.
Absolutely. We can learn from the animals a great deal of compassion, being unconditional, just having such a wonderful heart, because what they give back to us is really unconditional love. And like you said, we can apply that. We can apply that to humanity, because sometimes, even if we think that animals are much lower form than us, sometimes it's a shame that they are more benevolent than us, because some humans can be cruel at times, you know, and that is actually going to teach us such a great deal of lesson. So you guys are so beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing your hearts with us tonight, incredible ladies. And I would like to take this opportunity right now to promote our virtual book signing on September 26th. That is Saturday at the same time, 6 o'clock Central Time. It is going to be such an exciting event where I will be signing all the books ordered and be recognizing the people online. And please know that one purchase of this book will make a difference in animals' lives, because 10% of the proceeds of the sale shall go to Minnehaha Horses Haven, run by Jen in New Zealand, and the STAR, the New York Pitbull Rescue Organization, which is also run by Miree here. And you guys, in Lion at Heart Freedom Journey Movement, we not only make a difference in people's lives, but also we believe in making a difference in all breathing mammals. So in behalf of my Lioness Circle, Cara, Beth, Kay, Emmy, Betty, Gigi, Paulette, Risa, Sylvia, Rona, Christiane, and Anne, we thank you, Miree, Jen, and Faye, for such a lovely evening with me tonight. Guys, be moved, be found, be changed, just like this incredible woman whom I was blessed to know. Thank you, ladies. And I can't wait to talk to you and meet and really see you in person again once COVID is gone. I love you guys, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything.
Love you too, Kai. Thank you.
See you September 26th. It's a date.
Thank you. Thank you so
for
much.
blessing our show. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Getting teary here. Okay.